Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the 1658th day of continuous and uninterrupted Zooms at IFPH. Let's start today's program with a silent prayer for 1 minute. Thank you and welcome back. Today we have with us Dr. MANIDRUPATH, BHMS, MSc, Psychology, CCAH, Chief Physician, VD Homeo Clinic, Karimnagar, Telangana District, India. And the topic is homeopathic strategies in headache and migraine. We all know that the relevance of this problem, migraine, I think almost 15% of the population all over the world is suffering from this disease. So on behalf of IFPH and welcome Dr. MANIDRUPATH, you can have the platform for the next 45 minutes. So please proceed.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone, and good evening to all. And first of all, I thanks to IFPH who has given this platform to share my views on homeopathic strategies in headaches. Thank you, sir. We'll proceed the class. And good evening to one and all, and sirs, and especially very much thanks to this team of IFPH, International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy, for giving this wonderful opportunity to share my views on headaches and migraines as well. And is my voice is clear to everyone? Is it audible? And
yes,
the PPT
audible, visible, everything is okay. Please proceed.
Yes, thank you, sir. So before going into this session, the first warning I should give to all homeopaths is prescribe until and unless indicated with the totality of symptoms. So this is the main theme we are going to have this session moreover. So coming into the what is a headache actually? So a simple definition about headache is a pain in any region of the head, and headache may occur on one or both the sides of head. Be isolated to a certain location and radiate across the head from one point or on voice-like quality. So these headaches can be at one-sided, both-sided, different wandering pains. And this headache may appear the sharp pain, throbbing sensation, or a dull pain. So headaches can develop gradually or suddenly and may last for less than an hour or for several days. It can be an acute phase or it can be a chronic phase as well. So coming into the types of headaches are of primary and secondary as well. So in primary, it is divided into tension headaches, cluster headaches, migraine, and migraine with aura. Coming into secondary headaches, medication overuse of medicines which are aggravated from some English medicines, etc., and sinusitis and spinal issues with thunderclap. These are the secondary types of headaches here. So for now, we are discussing about headaches, and we as a homeopath won't be treating the disease, but we treat the person as a whole. So this is our main scenario of understanding the remedies as well. So coming into the homeopathic pattern, I'll directly enter into the homeopathic pattern as well. So how we can prescribe remedy, what are the confirmatory symptoms of each remedy, and what is the causation for headaches? If the headache is there, how we can confirm so and so remedies, right? So coming to the cause of headache, so there is two causes. One is psychosomatic cause, the other one is physical causes. Now we'll discuss about psychosomatic headaches and the psychosomatic cause. Right. So first rubric of today's session, and with the psychosomatic headaches, the rubric is mind, joy, headache from joy. So whenever they go into the state of joyful, whenever they go into the state of pleasure, whenever they go into the state of entertainment or any surprises, then they go into the state of headaches. Then the somatic derangement occurs. So the remedies in this rubric are coffea cruda, crocus sativus, cyclamen, opium, pulsatilla, and scrotaluria. Now in front of you, you have a patient and you have took the rubric, that is after joy they develop they complaints of headache. Now these are some remedies. Now the main physician aim is to prescribe only single remedy, classical prescription, that we need to understand. If you want to prescribe a single remedy for patient, we need to have enough knowledge of Mitra Medica on each and every remedy and their confirmatory symptoms. So we'll discuss in this pattern of learning rubrics with the remedies and how to prescribe and what to prescribe and when to prescribe. That is our main aim of this session. So coming into coffea, had a state of elements from pleasant surprises. We all know coffea has the pleasant surprise elements from a lot of sudden emotions, surprises elements from bad effects from surprises. Coffea is a remedy with a lot of emotion, fear, and fright. You can see in this remedy. And especially coffea is such a remedy for sleeplessness, insomnia, you can see in this remedy, with lot of oversensitiveness of all senses, like hepa sulf, like chamomilla, like belladonna and opium. And if you open Kent repertory, single remedy, kindness, for a lot of kindness, and coffea has a state of benevolence, you can see. So in such states of coffea cruda is a wonderful remedy you can prescribe there. So coming into crocus, crocus sativa is a more of hemorrhagic remedy. When they have the hemorrhagic tendencies, more of lachesis like tendencies, lot of black is hemorrhagic discharges with lot of historical remedy. Historical with hemorrhagic diathesis. Crocus sativa is your remedy along with the headache if they have complaints of headache. And next, coming to cyclamen here in this rubric, in cyclamen, they have prolonged migraines. This is the symptom which was Fatak sir has written in his Metro Medica. Prolonged migraines, especially of one-sided headaches. Cyclamen is your remedy. And now how we can confirm a cyclamen patient in your clinic? So cyclamen is very, 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 very close to pulsatilla. Understand? If a patient is of pulsatilla kind of nature, and interestingly, cyclamen is a remedy that comes very close to pulsatilla and it calls as chili pulsatilla. Everything is very, very close to pulsatilla. But in cyclamen, it is aversion to open air. In pulsatilla, it is more of mild nature, yielding. But in cyclamen, it is more of irritability. That is major difference of pulsatilla and cyclamen you need to understand. And cyclamen is also one such a remedy you can prescribe in soreness of heel pains, and it will do wonders when it is indicated. Remember the remedy cyclamen. So coming into the next, scrutalaria. So this is one such a remedy where it has written from Boric Metromedica directly. It states that explosive headaches of school teachers, especially explosive headache of school teachers with a lot of frequent urination is a concomitant symptom of scrutalaria. And these patients have lot of nervous fears, lot of nervous fears, lot of nervous tendency you can see in this remedy, scrutalaria. And this is also one such a remedy you can prescribe at climatrics when they have the headache complaints. Coming into opium, we all know opium element from fright, fear remaining. Fear of extravagance is one of the key confirmatory of opium remedy, and lot of sleeplessness you can see in this remedy. And along with that, some key symptoms for headache is vertigo after fright, vertigo especially in old people. Generally, we prescribe conium, right? So it is above all that, opium. And with lot of paralysis of brain, comes very close to brain fog like zincum. So these are some remedies of the rubric from the rubric mind joy, headache from joy. So coming into the next remedy of the psychosomatic headaches, our next prominent rubric is head pain relaxing from mental exertion. This is a beautiful, beautiful PQRS, or what you can say Hahnemanian, according to Hahnemanian, that is 153 aphorism. See this, head pain when they start relaxing, head pain when they are at rest. The single remedy is iris versicolor. Now we'll discuss about some important symptoms of iris versicolor here. Lot of sick headaches you can see with this remedy, and the concomitants of diarrhea, frontal headaches with lot of nausea and vomiting. They go into the state of depression, sadness with headaches, and profuse clear urine with headaches. And the other key symptom of this iris versicolor headache is recurrent skin headache, sick headaches with constipation. If you get a patient complaints of recurrent sick headaches with having a concomitant of constipation, the remedy is iris versicolor. And sick headaches invariably induced by eating anything sweet, sweet aggravation, then they go into the state of headaches. Iris versicolor is your remedy. And one of the key confirmatory I can do, and in my clinical experience, iris versicolor is such a remedy. Patient complains of that, doctor, the burning is from throat to whole alimentary canal from the esophagus. Iris versicolor works wonders when your rubenia fails to act, or when your sulfuric acid fails to act, especially in heartburns. And along with that, they have this kind of sick headaches, frontal headaches with lot of nausea and vomiting. So coming into the next rubric of this psychosomatic headaches, head pain, grief from. So elements after grief, they develop the complaints of headache. So the remedies are aurum, calcarea, ignitia, phosphoric acid, phosphorus, and staphysagria. Now, how we can differentiate these remedies? This is what my aim is to prescribe single remedy, understand each rubric, understand their confirmatory symptoms, understand the psychosomatic analysis of each remedy. So coming into the state of aurum, we all know they have a lot of sadness, lot of depression. They go into the state of suicidal tendency and aggravation from music, aurum. That's what. Coming to the head of aurum, head pain with a lot of confusion you can see in this remedy. Headache of students, it was written exactly the sentence which was extracted from Fatak Vitra Medica. Headache of students with pericardial anxiety and flushed up heat to head comes very, very close to glonaline with flushes of head, with greatness of face with headache. But aurum, it's more of depression kind of remedy. Lot of suicidal tendency you can see in this remedy. And one of the interesting symptom I can say about aurum, that is clinical tip for you all, which was given by Phobister in cases of undescended testes, which are not ectopic. Aurum it works wonders in tenem wonders, and I have experienced in one of my case as well. And other interesting remedy of aurum, I can say, the literature was extracted from Burnett. Burnett uses aurum in especially in uterine cases beautifully. It's of gold. So coming into the next remedy, calcarea carb. Everyone knows calcarea carb is obese patient, profuse perspiration, a lot of fears, right? So coming to the headache of the calcarea carb, headaches with cold hands and lot of feet, cold hands and feet with headaches that you need to examine. Icy coldness in and on the head, especially of right-sided, is your remedy. And headaches, especially after overlifting, with a lot of mental exertion, with a lot of nausea, you can see in this room. So how we can confirm a calcarea carb patient who is in front of you and telling the symptoms of these pattern? Now you need to confirm he or she is calcarea carb. Some key confirmatories of calcarea carb is breathlessness while ascending stairs. This is one of the key confirmatory of calcarea carb. And other interesting calcarea carb is so much of obese patient, he or she can be thin as well. That you need to understand. And they cannot see bad like ghost films. Lot of fears. If in a case you have lot of fears, the fears are 4 or 3, 4, 5, then your remedy is calcarea carb. They always want for security feeling. This calcarea carb is developed from the oyster shell. Want for protection. That protection either in the form of relationship, either in the form of security, either in the form of any money. That is calcarea carb. Coming into ignitia, and ignitia is such a remedy you can easily prescribe in your clinic when patient comes and sit and explains the headache of these complaints and patient starts singing. This is the expression you can see. They sing while speak. And some of the key confirmatories of ignitia is a lot of grief you can see in this remedy, acute grief. And you can prescribe it chronic grief as well. And in ignitia, they are worse from smoking. The what I have some clinical confirmatories which I learned from many medicas is how to confirm ignitia patient, especially worse from smoking. They cannot tolerate smoke smell or smoking, even the smell of tobacco, and they cannot tolerate the perfume smell as well. And the main confirmatory of headache sensation of ignitia has headache as if nail were driven out through the sides. So the nails are driven out through the sides is ignitia. Coming to phosphoric acid, this was the exact sentence written. School girls' headache from overuse of ice comes very close to ruta actually. And headache, especially aggravated after coition, like staphysagria. Constant headache, which compels to patient to lie down. Constant headaches and patient feels lying down better. That is phosphoric acid. If there is element of acid, there is a lot of weakness in this remedy. And phosphorus is more of love for care, want for attachment. It is more of such kind. And interestingly, phosphoric acid is such a remedy you can confirm, especially their desire for juicy things. Fruit juices. If I ask the patient, do you prefer to have fruits or fruit juices? I prefer to have fruit juices itself. That is phosphoric acid. So coming into staphysagria, next remedy, headaches from suppressed emotions. Lot of suppression of emotions you can see with suppression of emotions, suppression of anger is staphysagria, and headaches especially after coition and actually after masturbation as well. So this headaches is more related with suppression of emotion, suppressed picture of staph aureus. And in coming to the next important thing of staph aureus is alopecia areata, especially after grief, like phosphoric acid. But the main difference between phosphoric acid and staph is having insult. Their elements starts from insult, humiliated. They want to live a peaceful, like a noble person. And staph comes very, very close to sulfur. Very, very close to sulfur. And one of the key confirmatory which I do in my clinic, staph people loves and craves for petrol smell. And in anger, when they outburst the anger, their face go into red. They start trembling in the anger. That is the key confirmatory of staphysagria you can see. And lot of guilt feeling. To remember staphysagria, you just remember one of the freedom fighters is Mahatma Gandhi. That was written in Rajan Shankaran has explained very well in his Soul of Remedies. So they are novelistic persons. So some other remedies from psychosomatic headaches, headache after humiliation, like carcinosin. Carcinosin is single remedy, elements after humiliation. And carcinosin has one prominent tendency of cancer. In that cases we can prescribe. And other important is lot of parental domination you can see in this remedy, carcinosin. They are more of artistic kind of people. They have love for drawing. Next, headache, weeping suppressed. If they suppress weeping, they develop headache. The remedy is uva-uvasi. And urticaria without itching, uva-uvasi, one such a remedy, especially in gallstone colic, you can think of this remedy. Next, headache, dreams after unpleasant. If the dreams are unpleasant, they develop headaches. The three remedies are China, pulsatilla, and staphysagria. Now, coming to the understanding of causation of headache, which is of physical level. Now we have discussed it as psychosomatic. Now we go into the state of physical level headaches. The first rubric today is headache altitude high, COCA. So COCA is such a remedy for mountain sickness, altitude sickness. COCA is your remedy. Think of this, when they go into altitude high, when some people go for Leh Ladakh for riding, then they develop constant headaches after coming into the place, and the headache is persistently having. At such situations you can think of COCA. Next remedy, headache bathing, antimonium crudum. And antimonium crudum is one such a remedy in Metro America. Almost all the complaints are aggravated after bathing, especially cold bathing aggravation is antimonium crudum. And antimonium crudum has one prominent rubric, that is love, disappointment of love. In past, they have disappointment of love and they have these headaches, especially aggravated after bathing. And you can think of antimonium crudum. And this is one such a remedy you can think in what cases? In pitigo of skin complaints. Lot of disappointment of love. And how antimonium crudum patient express their symptoms in your clinic. They say, doctor, I am not able to eat. I don't know my urination I am going or not. My lifestyle is completely depressed, very sadness. They don't even concentrate. They are going to urine. They have to eat. So their main symptoms is completely gone because they go into the state of brooding. Lot of disappointment of love you can see in this remedy. Fatak has beautifully written one rubric, that is Lausic, antimonium crudum. The remedies are antimonium crudum and Thelia. That are the two remedies. Next, coming to the next rubric, headache, especially after beer drinking. Rostox is your remedy. Rostox also have this, what we can say, in clinic cases, we can think red triangular tip of tongue is Rostox, and almost all Rostox complaints are aggravated at midnight. That is key confirmatory symptom you need to understand. And what I do in my clinic is to confirm Rostox at the psychic level. I ask, they have a prominent, they believe for superstitious. That's why they have one rubric, that is fear superstitious, single remedy, Rostox. Anxiety for children, you can see Rostox. A lot of anxiety you can see in this remedy. And this is one such a remedy you can prescribe in exceptionally in eye cases, ophthalmology cases. Not for rheumatic, it's more action on the eye pathology. So coming to the next remedy, headache, candy sweets aggravation, antimonium crudum. Headache, dancing. When they go into the state of dancing, then they develop headaches. The remedy is argentum nitricum. So argentum nitricum has anticipatory anxiety here. The three remedies I need to differentiate here is argentum nitricum, gelsemium, and meteorinum. So these three remedies have anticipatory anxiety. But in gelsemium, anticipatory anxiety with a lot of drowsiness. But argentum nitricum have anticipatory anxiety with a lot of restlessness, you can see in this remedy. And argentum nitricum have fear for claustrophobia, narrow places. Right? Coming to the next rubric, headache, gastralgia, alternating or attending. Bismuth is your remedy. With gastralgia, gastric symptoms, headache, bismuth, and this remedy also have aggravation after eating, but headaches are amel by cold bathing, vice versa, or reverse to antimonium fluid. Next, headache after ice water drinking or after ice creams, they develop headaches. Digitalis is your remedy with heart complaints in the past history. Next, headache, lemonades, or after tea or after wine. The remedy is selenium. It is more of sexual remedy. Selenium. Impotency, want of erections, but impotency. Selenium is your remedy. And they also have aggravation at strong orders. Pain over left eye like spigelia, you can see in this remedy. So coming to next, headache alternating with backache. Lot of lumbago alternating with headache. Your remedy is aloes, and aloes have the symptoms of diarrhea more. Coming into next remedy, headache, mercury, the remedy is Stillingia. And interestingly, this is one such a remedy for rheumatic joint pains, Stillingia. And when your Rustox, Bryonia, Phytolecam is not helping, when your indicated remedy is not helping, you can use Stillingia as your intercurrent remedy with your indicated remedy. It works wonders, Stillingia. So next rubric, headache with narcotics abuse of acetic acid is your remedy. So this is what in coca we can see headache with chilliness, dryness in the throat, amel by eating, and amel by sunset. Antimonium crudum, one such a most prominent symptom I need to tell you is in antimonium crudum is they have continual drowsiness in old people. Lot of drowsiness in old people with lot of headaches and with having GI complaints, disorder of stomach. You can think of antimonium crudum. Headaches with loss of hair you can see in this remedy. Coming into Rustox, headaches after beer, as I discussed, some other remedies also here, that is Belladonna, Ferrum, Veratrum, Colocynth, and Merck. Brain feels loose as if struck against skull on walking or rising. That is the sensation of Rustox. Coming into Argentum nitricum, nervous headaches with a lot of coldness and trembling you can see in this remedy. Aggravation from mental exertion, better by tight bandaging. And with lot of anticipatory anxiety, patient tells doctor kya ho jayega, if anything happens what I will do, my everything is fine or not. Such anticipatory anxiety you can see in this remedy. Next, headache ends in vomiting. Headache of hysterical young women, of delicate literacy people. So more of naxomika like state, having this anxiety and having these headaches with a lot of coldness and trembling, you can think of argentum nitricum as your remedy. Next, coming into location patterns, location of headaches. The one of the prominent remedy is sanguinaria canadensis. It is more of right-sided headaches. Worse from right side, worse from sun headaches, you can think in this remedy. And sanguinaria canadensis is such a remedy which has periodical sick headaches. Pain begins in the occiput, spread upwards and settle over the eyes, especially of right-sided. The headache is especially on the settle over the eyes, which is of right-sided remedy. And I will tell you one of the clinical tip for sanguinaria canadensis in other sphere of action in cases of frozen shoulders, which is of right-sided, patient unable to lift the shoulder. We can think of sanguinaria canadensis, water doses, frequent repetition. It works wonders with immediate results. Sanguinaria canadensis. If it is left-sided, it is ferromet. And sanguinaria canadensis comes very close to lachesis in climacteric disorders, have same grade actually. And here is the rubric, that is headache returns at climacteric at every 7th day, like sulfur and sabadella. Headache if he goes without food, hunger. Next location, Angostura vera. And this is one such a beautiful remedy. If you read it from Clerk Metro America, he writes, Angostura vera is a mixture of Naxomica like irritability, or Ruta like joints pain, Merck like syphilitic tendency. And Angostura vera is such a remedy you can think in avascular necrosis, especially after COVID. Many patients have developed this avascular necrosis due to steroids. Angostura vera works wonders, and it has written as well caries in the long bones in almost all metro medicas. And but interestingly, coming to the head pattern here, it has a very prominent location, that is a zygomatic arch. They have these headaches, lot of headaches with heat of face, you can see acute pain in the cheeks, you can see in this remedy, lot of temporal muscle pains in this remedy, you can think. And angostura vera is very oversensitive, and especially they craves for coffee. That is key confirmatory of angostura vera. High grade remedy for craves for coffee is angostura vera. A beautiful remedy. Next remedy, adrenalinum. Congestions of ethmoid and sphenoid sinuses. Lot of congestion you can see in this remedy with hay fever. And in cases of Addison's disease, adrenaline works wonders. And this is a beautiful remedy which gives in great results in high blood pressure, which have the symptoms of congestion with headaches. Coming into the next remedy, belladonna. We all know belladonna, right? So belladonna is sensitive to least contact, much throbbing in the heat you can see in this remedy, lot of throbbing sensation in belladonna, palpitation in the head with labored breathing, painfulness especially in the forehead. This is what important belladonna is. They show especially on the forehead, on the occiput and the temples, they feel that lot of pain, lot of throbbing like pain, least touch aggravation is belladonna. Next, coming into camphire, this is a universal antidote of homeopathy. And whenever you read of camphire, you need to interlink with carbovage and veratrum. These three remedies runs in the same sphere of coldness in the body. Almost all complaints are associated with coldness, lot of coldness. That is what it was written. Unconsciousness, feeling as if he could die. That such a coldness they go into the state, such a cyanosis state they go into the state. A lot of circulation disorientation you can see in camphire. Influenza with headaches, with catarrhal symptoms, and with a lot of sneezing you can see in this remedy. Flinching stitches in the temporal region and the orbits. And here you see, this is most important. Occipital throbbing, like headache complaints, synchronizes with the heart complaints, with pearls. Next remedy, carbovage. So we all know carbovage, right? So this is one clinical tip from my side about carbovage is never well sinks. Single remedy, Fatak Metromedica carbovage. So whenever you have prescribed n number of remedies, not at all working, not at all helping, low vitality, give carbovage frequent repetition. And here in carbovage headaches, aching from any overindulgence, you can see like Naxomica. Hair feels sore, falls off easily, scalp itches when getting warm in the bed. So lot of coldness you can see in this remedy. That's why warm aggravation is highly noted. Hat pressed upon head like heavy weight. Even carbovage patients cannot even keep the cap or hat. Such a feeling, such a sore feeling you can see in carbovage remedy. Right, next remedy, Caral Sabada Aqua. This is of water remedy. And this remedy comes very close to sanguinaria canadensis headaches, very close to sanguinaria canadensis. And this is one such a remedy you can prescribe, especially in liver complaints and diabetes, when indicated. Please read it through Boric. And this remedy comes very close to sanguinaria canadensis. In cases of sanguinaria fails to act and having this achings with swelling temporal veins, better by motion, better in open air, then you can think of this remedy. Next remedy, colchicum. Headache chiefly on the frontal region and temporal region in this remedy, but also occipital and nape of neck. So headache in the frontal at the temporal with occipital at the nape of neck, you can think of this remedy. And almost all in acute sense morbidity, smell sense morbidity, colchicum is your remedy. A lot of GI complaints involved with headaches in this remedy. Headache is relieved after supper. So after supper, headache is relieved in this remedy from warmth and lying quiet on bed. Next, Corolla rubrum. I will tell you this. This is a beautiful, beautiful remedy. It will help in many cases. If patient complains of during pain, there are so much of abusive nature. You can see they literally abuse someone in pains. Kent single remedy. Corolla rubrum. Whatever the pathology is, and patient is so much of abusive, suffering with pain, severe pains, and abusive corolla rubrum works wonders in low potency water dose. That is what written here. Deep-seated frontal headaches with severe pain in the back of eyeballs. So much of oversensitive, you can see lot of pains, neuralgic pains in this remedy. Pain aggravated by breathing cold air through nose. Coming into gelsemium, vertigo spreading from the occiput, heaviness of head, band feeling around and occipital headache in this remedy. So gelsemium, especially with a lot of headaches, they go into the state of drowsiness, go into the state of sleepiness, and go into the state of want to lie down. Patient says, doctor, now I am unable to do anything due to this headache. I feel better when I lie down. I feel a lot of drowsy. Gelsemium. So this is one such a remedy in especially ill effects of the coma cases, unconscious, and elements after influenza, gelsemium. Lot of drowsiness you can see in this remedy. That is what headache preceded by blindness you can see in this remedy. Better by profuse urination. So headache is better by profuse urination. That is a peculiarity of gelsemium here. Right. Next, congestive stage of meningitis. A lot of congestive stage of meningitis with a nap in the neck, head pain with the dilated pupils you can see this. So it is more related with headache, with meningitis, with cervical spine pains, with a lot of drowsiness, lying down a male, sleepy nature is your gelsemium. Next remedy, humra. So this is such a remedy you can think, and interestingly, this is a C remedy. I will tell you. This remedy I was put in because this remedy comes very close to sepia, very close to sepia. And interestingly, almost all complaints are same like sepia. In this remedy is aggravated from milk like sepia. This remedy is aggravated from seafood like sepia. Indifference also is like sepia. So in cases where you have prescribed sepia and having headaches with sore throats, combination of headache, dyspepsia, sore throats. When you have these three combinations in your patient and they are aggravated from milk, aggravated from seafood, then the remedy is humra. And at the same time, sepia is also your remedy. Comes very close to sepia. Next remedy, Hekla lava. Hekla lava is a more of a remedy for, I can say, necrosis of bones. And it is one such a remedy where, especially in chronic headaches, it was written here, vertigo, everything goes up and down and sideways. So vertigo, everything, chronic vertigo cases with chronic headaches and having a pathology of ulceration in the nasal bones, swelling of the jaws, tooth pain, caries of teeth, facial neuralgia like spigelia, and lot of syphilitic-like tendency you can see in this remedy, Hekla lava. And Hekla lava is such a remedy you can prescribe in heel pains when your well-selected remedy fails to act. And this remedy comes very close to Tataricum acidicum. If you read Boric Metromedica, Tataricum acidicum, you'll understand the comparison between heel pains of Hekla lava. So here my intention is to bring you all such remedies into one pathology. We need not to prescribe an pathology, but we need to understand each and their remedy, the sphere of action, and how to confirm what are confirmatory symptoms, how they behave, what are other symptoms as well. So coming to next remedy, Kali iodatum, syphilitic remedy, chronic, almost all chronic pathologies, Kali iodatum will help very well. Here you see pains through side of head, cranium swells up in a hard lump, facial neuralgia you can see in this remedy, lacinating pain, headache of syphilitic origin, a lot of syphilitic origin you can see. And see the headaches from exposure to wind, cold weather, riding in the cold winds, pain in the middle of forehead, pain above the root of nose, cutting, draughting, stabbing, and left temple pain. So Kali iodatum is a more of syphilitic remedy. when your well-selected remedies of headaches you have prescribed not at all helping, you can think of Kali iodatum in 200 potency. Single dose as your intercurrent, or you can go with Kali iodatum when you match this totality of headaches. Next remedy, calmia. So headache alternating or headache having complaints of cardiac origin, cardiac pathology in the past history, and having this headache complaints of calmia, you can think of your remedy calmia here. Pain in the frontal and temporal region from head to nape and to teeth from cardiac origin. So almost all complaints of calmia is originated from the cardiac. That's why they have the confusion of brain, vertigo worse from stooping. Next, coming to the next remedy, Merck, another syphilitic remedy. Lot of delirium, lot of stupor you can see in this remedy. And one of the key confirmatories I need to tell you for Merck is lot of offensiveness, offensive smell, offensive breath, and lot of salivation during sleep. These are two confirmatories of Merck's all works wonders if it is perfectly indicated. Perfectly indicated. Next, coming to the next remedy, nitrum sulph. Occipital pain, nitrum sulph is such a remedy. Almost all the complaints were bring about after the injury of head, fall or injury of head, or from any mental troubles like nitrum like grief, sulfur like egoistic, sulfur like embarrassment elements from. When you combine these picture, the picture is nitrum sulph. And nitrum sulph is a remedy you can prescribe in asthmatic psychotic asthma. Fatak has given this rubric. Psychotic asthma, nitrum sulph. And nitrum sulph complaints are almost all aggravated from damp, wet weather. I will tell you one beautiful about nitrum sulph is. So if a patient comes with headaches, having this hot feeling at the top of head, occipital pain, bursting feeling, and almost all nitrum sulph constitutions, they tell doctor, I have been working since in under the damp weather, building constructions, a lot of coldness, damp cold weather, cement workers who constantly works for years under these cold buildings. That is your nitrum sulph. That is your nitrum sulph. That is pure constitution of nitrum sulph. And if you find a state of nitrum like grief, nitrum like disappointment, sulfur like state, then you can think of nitrum sulfur. Coming to the next remedy, palladium. Feeling as you swung backward and forward, you can see in this remedy. And this is remedy for headache causing irritability and impatience. Lot of irritability, a lot of impatience due to headaches. Morning headache with weakness in the back. See, this is the key confirmatory of palladium I want to tell you. Pain across the top of head from ear to ear was after an evening entertainment with a lot of irritability and sour erectations like rubinia and sulfuric acid. Oxytropus, the next remedy. In oxytropus, you can see this is a remedy which have lot of mental depression. They go into the state of mental depression, decide to be alone, feels like I'm feeling of intoxication. They go into the state of cannabis indica, and they have this loss of vision with full warming feeling in the head. And almost all thinking of complaints aggravation is oxytropus, like oxalic acidicum. Like oxalic acid. So these rare remedies is a combination of some particular remedies. You need to prescribe whenever your indicated remedy fails to act, then coming to the rescue of these remedies. Never prescribe it directly. And if you want to prescribe it, until and unless you get a prominent symptom indicated to that remedy, you need to prescribe. So you can take this screenshot. This is a cheat chart we made for you all, where patient tells you in the gester form of headaches, you can think of these. Next, understanding of headache through sites. Coming to the sites of headaches, this is what headache at the brain of base. At the brain of base, the headaches like gelsemium and hyoscyamus. At the forehead, carbolic acid and cupromet. Headache in the occiput, carbovage and gelsemium. And here we have added high grade remedies only. Headache left side extend into leg like guacum. Headache in temples, kali iodatum. Headache left then right. So lot of wandering pain like headaches. You can think of lacanum and nux mostata. Headache right then left like acetic acid. Headache nose above like hepar. Headache bed in the morning, especially in the morning bed, lachesis, noxomica and bryonia. Side and vertex, they say have side and vertex headaches is tuja. So in Tuja, you can see headache worse from sexual excess, worse from tea, better by bending head forwards. So when Tuja patients come into your clinic, ask bend head forward, then they feels better, and having a history of warts, having a history for craving for tea, having a history for desire for onion or aversion to onion, Tuja is your remedy. Now we'll discuss some. Gelsemium we already discussed. Coming into Alzheimer's headaches, inflammation of brain with unconsciousness. Headache is shaken to and from. Headache is better by walking. That is key confirmatory of Alzheimer's. Next, carbolicum acidicum. Headache is better by green tea. This is peculiarity. This is peculiarity you need to understand of carbolic acidicum. If a patient comes and tells doctor, when I have a tea, my headache feels better. Okay, tea. What tea you take? From years together, I'm taking green tea itself. Then the remedy is carbolicum acidicum. Headache better by green tea. Headache is better by while smoking with tight bandage and cold hands. Next remedy, cupromet. Cupromet is lot of convulsions remedy, lot of epileptic spasms you can see in this remedy. Children cannot hold the head up. They cannot even hold the head up. Lot of brain affections you can see in this remedy. Headache after epileptic attacks. This is the key of this remedy. Headache, especially after epileptic attacks. Next, guacum. So this is the remedy, especially at the gouty. Lot of gouty rheumatic pains in the head and face extending to the neck. And this patient desires for apple. They craves for apple. Headache better by walking. Pressure worse on sitting and standing. Next, coming to nux mostata. This is also having wandering pains like caninum, wandering pains like pulsatilla. And one of the beautiful indication of nux mostata is headaches as from indigestion after breakfast. Especially after breakfast, they develop headaches. And that headaches are especially on the temple region with dry mouth, no desire for water. So it has a state of bryonia, lot of dryness. Worse from washing, worse from getting wet, damp weather like rustox, rhododendron, pulsatilla, cold weather, change of weather like dull camera, better by heart pressure. This is the key indication of nux mostata. I have given you a gist to identify each remedy when they come with the complaints of headaches. And don't prescribe it until and unless it is indicated to certain remedies. Coming into lachesis, headache, lot of fatigue with intellectual labor, you can see. Headaches with flickering before eyes. Headache especially every morning on awaking or after dinner or else on every change of weather. Tight clothing aggravation, a lot of suspiciousness, fear of snakes. Lachesis while talking, they bite their tongue like this. That is one of the key confirmatory you can think. And fear of snakes is also one of the key confirmatory of lachesis. Tightness, suspicious, jealous, and beautiful. If a patient comes to your clinic of ladies, especially ladies with a lot of gold ornaments wearing, can be lachesis. So take this as a screenshot we have made for you all. Mapping of sites of headaches. This will help you in your clinics. Coming into chronic headaches, chronic. This was in which Metromedicas where it has written chronic headaches. We have collected this information. Chronic headaches with a lot of capriciousness is your iodine remedy. Chronic congestive headaches of old people, phosphorus, with a lot of chronic nature, and you need to have phosphorus like symptoms: tall, thin, love, care, affection, desire for cold drinks, desire for ice creams. Concentration difficult with chronic headaches. Chronic headaches, concentration difficult. Then your remedy is dulcamara and malandrium. Malandrium, ill effects of vaccination like Tuja and Cilicia. Dulcamara, headache better by conversation. This is the key symptom of dulcamara. Almost all dulcamara patients tell this: headaches better by conversion, and they have the modality of change of weather. And dulcamara is one such a remedy you can prescribe, especially in what cases on the hands or on the palms, like nitromune. Next, mental exertion incapacity with chronic headaches. With chronic headaches, they have this state of brain fag. Naja is your remedy. sadness. They go into the depression with headache chronic. Causticum, dulcamera, plumbum. Plumbum is especially the remedy for brain fade. A lot of multiple sclerosis you can see in this remedy. Causticum is a more of sympathetic kind of nature. Injustice cannot tolerate. Aversion to sweets is one of the key confirmatory of causticum. And almost all causticum patients of old people complaints of involuntary urination. And they're more sympathetic. In Metro America, 3 remedies which are more sympathetic is causticum, phosphorus, and nitric acid. Pain headache, chronic, lasting for 7 days. Again, causticum. Chronic headaches, especially at the climacteric period. CPI is your remedy. Chronic headaches in old people. Beretta cup, calcarea pos, iodum, and phosphorus. Here you need to differentiate. Pain headache, chronic headaches with sedentary habits. Anacardium, argentum nitricum, bryonia, and nux mustata. And one such remedy, when your all well-selected remedy fails to act, meningococcinum works wonders. And I have seen with meningococcinum many cases from my gurus, from the masters where I have learned. Head pain, chronic head pain, constant and continued headaches, meningococcinum. Remember this. Next, understanding of headache through sensation. We'll go through it. Headache with a lot of aching, dull pains. With a lot of dull pains, these are your remedies. You can take a screenshot and you can put it in a clinic. The way the sensation they tell you, you can differentiate the remedies. Headache with a lot of boring and digging pain. Say a lot of digging pains. Argentum nitricum, asafoetida, hysterical erections, climatrix, colonsonia, and heparsulf. Headache with a lot of bruised, sore feeling, like arnica. That's why baptisia is there here. Eupatorium perforatum, gelsemium, ignitia, nux mostata, and rustox. Headache with burning, lot of burning in the head, lot of heat. They say burning, doctor. So much of burning. Glononine, lachesis, arsenic, epis, aconite, and phosphorus. Bursting and splitting headache. Patient said, doctor, my head can be, I think it is bursting. It is working into 2 pieces, splitting pieces. Nitramure, glononine, capsicum with burning again, bryonia and aconite. And the next remedy, the last remedy in this is Usana barbata. I will tell you, Usana barbata is such a remedy. When your well-selected remedy fails, it comes very, very close to belladonna and bryonia. Lot of congestive headaches. In migraines, headaches with constrictive and squeezing types. Anacardium, cactus, that's what cactus having this constriction feeling in this remedy. Carbolic acid, gelsemium, merc, nitric acid, platina, stannum, and sulfur. And I'll tell you one clinical tip of stannum, especially in cases of ulcerations in the ear ring hole, especially in the ladies, girls who keep on changing on earrings, then they develop the ulcerations in the ear ring hole. Stannum is your remedy. It was written in Boric, bold letters. Drawing like headaches, drawing pains, bryonia, capsicum, causticum, and chamomilla. A lot of violent headaches, excruciating violent headaches, spigeria, sanken, simsificula. They go into the state of depression, you can see. Belladonna, anacardium, cannot tolerate such a pain you can see in this remedy. Headache with heaviness feeling on the headaches. Aconite, aloes, baptisia, bryonia, gelsemium, glononine, ignitia, lachesis, Minianthus trifolata, opium, phosphoric acid, sepia, and sulfur. Next, understanding aggravation and amelioration in headaches. This is the beauty. In this way we can describe the remedies. See, headaches drugging after is nux vomica, sorry. Headache midnight after, ferromet. As I said, ferromet for frozen shoulder, especially of left-sided. Nux vomica, spicy desire, lot of alcoholic desire, perspiration on the upper lip, especially perspiration on the upper lip, lot of irritability, lot of anger. You can see this remedy. Headache, attention, close off, ignitia, confirmatory I have already discussed. Headaches awaking from sleep is lachesis. Headache, beating time. Anahelinum. Anahelinum is such a remedy you can think of in delirium states, hallucinations, loss of vision, loss of colors. Anahelinum. It was beautifully written in Rajan Shankaran's book Soul of Remedies. Headache, bending head backward, glononine. Even stove, when they cook, the stove, gas stove is aggravation of glononine. Glononine comes very, very close to milliliter albas. Headache, closing teeth. While closing teeth, they get headache. Ammonium carb. And ammonium carb, I will tell you, ammonium carb patients having a lot of obese patients with heart complaints is ammonium carb. I will tell you one clinical tip for obese patients: ammonium carb, kali carb, cocculus indicus. These are the three remedies for obese women. For obese women, I am telling. Headache, drinking milk after bromium. Bromium is a remedy for dust allergies, sailors' asthma. Comes very, very close to arsenic. Headache, hawking, convallaria majus, a heart remedy, heart tonic with hawking with headaches. Headache, lying on painful side, sepia. Headache with muscular strain, calcarea carb. Headache from narcotics, coffee. Headache, water site of lysinum. Lysinum cannot see the water site of fear of water. Headache, working in black, cedron. Cedron is such a remedy for periodical headaches, periodical complaints, periodical fevers. Cedron. Headache after rising from Calipos. Calipos is more of brain fog remedy. I will tell you one beautiful clinical tip of Calipos is whenever patient tell doctor, I am very, very much tired. After coming to home now, I cannot even think what to do. My brain is so much tired. Calipos work wonders. And Calipos having sexual excess with spinal irritation. If you read Allen's, you will get it. Headache from conversation, dull camera. At the same time, better Amel here. Headache, rising head, headache from smoking, Arenia diadema. Arenia diadema is also one remedy with a lot of chilliness, fever with chilliness, shivering, coldness, Arenia diadema. Headache for stimulants like gelsemium, headache from sweating, nitramur, headache Amel from tea, carbolic acetatum, headache turning head forward is ignitia. Now, how the whole body is involved in headaches. Head with neck pains. This is a concomitant. So almost all in acute cases, try to dig for concomitants. Concomitants, if the concomitant is there, then your sure shot your remedy will work. Neck pains with headaches, gelsemium. Pain in the face with headache, kali nitricum. Headache with hair fall, syphlinum, thuja, nitric acid, sepia and silicea. Headache with abdominal pains, hyoscyamus and phosphorus. Headache with extremities pain, bambuza. And I'll tell you one clinical tip. In cases of, if you see reports of back pain, lumbar, cervical, spondylitis, every love, L1, L2, L3, L4, S1, S2, S3, everything is involved. Then patient cannot able to tell the symptoms. In such cases, bambuza 30C low potency water doses works wonders for relief of pain. Bambuza. It has especially action on lumbar and cervical spondylosis. Headache with heart complaints may be due to increased blood pressure or some other cardiac problem, Crotalus horridus. And other clinical tip I'll tell you, and I have experienced in my cases, in cases of dengue, where blood platelets are going low, immediately start Crotalus horridus every 1 hourly 1 cap water doses for 2 days or for 1 day, frequent repetition. In 24 hours, your dengue blood platelets will rise. Crotalus horridus.
Excuse me, doctor. Excuse me. Only 5 minutes remaining.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Next, accomplishing with headaches. GI complaints with headache, antimonium crudum, bryonia, carbovate, china, iris, we already discussed. Gallbladder pain with cholelithiasis with headache, china and nitrum sulf. And china is one beautiful remedy for gallstone colic, wonders. Kidney inflammation with headaches, ammonia valeriana and zincum picricum. Headaches with asthma, lachesis. Headache with liver complaints, jugular scenario. So these are the chart. You can take a screenshot or we'll share the PPT as well. So some general remedies for headaches we already discussed. Nitramur everyone knows. As time is very less, I'll concentrate on some remedies which I noted here. Pulsatilla everyone knows, as I said, belladonna, glononine, Melilotus alba. Lot of epistaxis. This is one key symptom of Melilotus is better by profuse epistaxis is belladonna, is Melilotus. And Melilotus has a congestion like belladonna and glononine. Whenever your belladonna, glononine fails with lot of congestion, lot of redness of face, and having better by profuse epistaxis, Melilotus alba. Lachesis we already discussed. Cocculus indicus, riding aggravation, care worries for others, night watching remedy, gelsemium phosphorus, anantharicum. So this is more of skin complaints you can see in this remedy, especially in carbuncles, abscess, chronic abscess. Anantharicum uraticum, anantharum, this remedy. Next, Naxomica, we already discussed. This is what I want to say. Usana babata cures all kinds of headaches, headache of the entire head, but more commonly severe headaches, as if blood pressed in the temples with thrombing, as if temples could burst. So it is such a remedy when your well selected remedy fails, and this all it cures all kind of headaches. Usana babata, rephobodic. And this is what next, epiphagus, and this is the remedy especially for women's headaches, especially women's which are brought on for mental exertion and shopping headaches. They go for shopping and they develop headaches, then you can think of this remedy. Headache coming on when deviating from ordinary pursuits, when they go for mental exertion, when they go from ordinary life, they do something very hectic in one day, then they develop this remedy. Headache, then epiphagus works wonders. Next, onosporium, it is more of migraine remedy with eye strain and with sexual excess. Left-sided remedy. Next, picric acidicum. This is a beautiful remedy. In almost all types of headaches, this remedy works. See this, headaches of students, headaches of teachers, headaches of overworked businessmen, weakness, acid-like weak, headache from grief or depressing symptoms, occipital headaches, amel by tight bandaging, headache during daytime, better in sleep. Next, last remedy, lac-swac defloratum. This was written in Fatak. Persistent headache for years together. Years together, they develop headache, not at all relieving from any symptoms, and they have a concomitant of obstinate constipation. Lac-swac defloratum works wonders. And thank you all who have attended, and I thanks to International Forum of Promoting Homeopathy for giving this opportunity. Here you can join our
Yes.
YouTube
Thank
channel.
you, Dr. MANIDRUPATH, a wonderful presentation. And as mentioned by Dr. Ram Parvez Shah, it's a really dynamic one. Young talented person, congratulations for your endeavors. Now it's time to wind up the session. May I invite Dr. Marianne Salcido to express a word of thanks. Madam, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Manoj. Good morning, good evening to all of you. Thanks, Dr. MANIDRUPATH. It was an amazing session. It was wonderful exploring the rubrics and material medical for headaches. They are precious gems of knowledge that you share with us. I admire your great ability to discern subtle details that make a huge difference in choosing the right remedy for the patient and their condition. Thank you very much for this wonderful session. We hope to repeat it. So welcome to this beautiful community, and thanks to all IFPH team for making these sessions possible, which provide us with so much knowledge and allow us to learn from the experience of colleagues and friends around the world. So thank you, Dr. MANIDRUPATH. I know you.
Thank you, ma'am. And thank you for giving this opportunity from your side, and you have helped me a lot, ma'am, for presenting in this promoting of homeopathy. And thanks for Dinesh sir, who has been texting me, following me from few days. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, now Dr. Ganesh, please. Dr. Ganesh.
Thank you, Dr. Manidrupath. It was Dr. Maria Salceda who introduced him to this forum, and we are very happy to have you coming over here and doing a beautiful session. Hope you will come for some more sessions in the future. And tomorrow we will have a session from Dr. Devangi Panda. He will be talking about bathroom remedy group. That will be the discussion for tomorrow. Hope all of you can join us by using the same link that we shared for today. Over to Dr. Manoj.
Yes, that's all for today's English edition. Hope you'll be back again tomorrow. With them, goodbye, and all Dr. P. Shaila to continue the program Malayalam.